We're down to the final 8. We'll be crowning a champion later on this morning. First quarterfinal features one of the most popular surfers in the world, wildcard Bethany Hamilton, taking down some huge names, including world #1 Tyler Wright in the second round. And she takes on the Aussie from Phillip Island, representing the state of Victoria, Nikki Van Dijk, as we have a beautiful shot of our lineup. Last year, she had the radical quarterfinal streak towards the end of the season, and it looks like Van Dijk is locking into her first wave. Clean backside carve. Nice timed arc, and now looking just to wrap it up on the inside. A challenging little finishing move that she'll let go of. Hamilton just took a look real quick before we got underway with a .3 start, so Nikki will take the lead with a couple of turns.
Yeah, Nikki just getting that settler. You know, Bethany looked at that one. She's looking for those ones that hitting that reef a little straighter. Obviously, goofy footer will be kind of looking up, you know, for those barrels. Nikki Van Dijk just getting that one wave under her belt just to settle things here. 35-minute heat, so plenty of time. Let's have a look at her form. Looks like she's riding maybe a little bit of a longer board. Nice clean off the top, off the bottom, off the top combo right there, and it kind of went all frothy. So not really much on the inside here for Nikki Van Dijk. So just a small score for her, 3.17. She's got that one wave under her belt. Here goes Bethany.
Now getting started, Bethany Hamilton from Kauai, looking for the barrel to start. Now looking off the lip to start doing some turns on the open face. Front side hook complete for Hamilton. Quick whip in the pocket. She's out as that one tapers off. 30 minutes, 55 seconds remaining. 35-minute heats have been going down this entire contest. Still scored on your top two. Catch as many waves as you like. And the goal here, make it into the semifinals. Then you've got one more heat to make it into the final of the main event here at the Fiji Pro. 10,000 points on the line for the champion, which will be handed out later on today. Van Dijk coming into this event 13th in the world, still just 21. Back in the 2009 championships in North Narrabeen. Now locking in, late takeoff, Bethany up. Bottom turns, hacks it right in the pocket. Second hook, just slicing through the open face. Wraps it real quick. And still room to move. Nice top turn wrap. Representing Hawaii through the inside corner and jams it nice and tight. Looking for a finishing move now. It's getting real shallow on this inside corner, and she opts to hop out of there. So we'll see the lead change early. 27 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. And last score about to lock in. Her husband, Adam Dirks, on the ski, passing the backup equipment. And let's take another look at her performance here.
Yeah, late drop there from Bethany. I love the fact that she puts herself nice and deep. Jammed the fins in the face, and again, just that swooping cutback. You know, you can tell she didn't really like the board right there. She didn't get that board all the way back around. So a couple little mistakes on this wave. And that was why the board change came into play. And then once you get through the inside, you want to have that maneuverability. You can tell she's just trying a little bit too hard there through that inside section. 6 points for that ride. So nice little backup there for Bethany. That's going to settle the nerves. But how's that late drop, Joe? It comes from around the section and just gouging into the face. It's going to be interesting to see the equipment change and how that really does affect her performance through that inside section, which is where you want that board to loosen up for you.
Beautiful aerial shot of the turn off the top from Bethany Hamilton. See how much of the open face she uses off the bottom. How do you like her bottom turn?
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's got that back foot right back. She's got a heavy back foot. You can tell by the turns that she does. And just amazing to be able to, you know, set that board on the rail out here and just come off the bottom as hard as you possibly can. That's what you got to do. That's a story that she's going to be telling her kids in many years down the track. So Nikki Van Dijk, here she goes.
Now setting up the backhand snap. Just stretching this one out a little bit, just waiting for the first turn. Super calm in her approach, and she was just looking for a place to get out of there. So Nikki open with a 3.17. With Hamilton locking in the 6.0, Nikki still needs a 5.61 there. Interesting on a wave that's so perfect, you can still have a little bit of trouble with wave selection. What'd you read there, Potts? And now Hamilton looking to get rid of that 2.77. Casual takeoff, and she's gonna just kick out quickly. Barrel section didn't quite open up. Waited for a while to find the wave, and it's not going to factor in. Now Nikki's on the next one. Grabs the rail, looking for the barrel, pulls up nice and high, still has a bit of a line, and the end section lands on top of her, and she goes down. We were hoping finals day would be about hunting the barrel out here at Cloudbreak. A couple of attempts. Bethany on the next one, pulling in late, and she's down.
Both Bethany and Nikki opting for the tube ride on that occasion, Joe, but unsuccessful. Let's have a look. Almost pulled in there, grabs the rail, pulls up nice and tight. She coming out that end section, just clamped. I like the fact she was leaning right forward. That's what you got to do, nice and clean. Look at this water shot. She needed to trim a little higher right there. You can see how she's getting lower and lower and lower. You need to kind of pull that board back up. That's what that hand's on the rail for. Give it that extra little pull back up the face of the wave and get that line a bit higher, a bit tighter. If you continually take that one line, you drift down slowly and that lip will catch you. So that's kind of what happened right there.
Gilmore, who'd finaled here in the past and a 6-time world champ. Now Hamilton rolls in, stomps the takeoff beautifully. Waiting for it to open up and pulls in. She'll make it. Off the bottom, coils up for a beautiful top turn wrap, and now the wild card setting up the inside corner. Full carve and hammers it off the lip. Hamilton flies away on the inside corner. Ton of variety. Exploding on her big points and starting off with a barrel out the back at Cloudbreak. She is heating up and ditching a 2.77 in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly what she needed right there. Bethany gets a ride back into the channel. She'll get back up on that ski, but that's going to back that 6.0 up. Nikki Van Dijk, Joe.
Nikki now needs to answer quickly. She's just stretching this thing out, grabs her rail, and pulls into a big section right in front of the pocket there, and she'll get down to the bottom. Nice clean line off the top on a sizable wave at Cloudbreak. Draws another beautiful top turn, little redirect down to the bottom, and gets out to safety, or that shallow shish kebab section of the reef. Nikki making it clear she wants to get really barreled today. She had an attempt before in a smaller section and then was really looking for it on one of the bigger waves of this heat.
I don't know about you, Joe, but I was holding my breath right then.
Yeah.
That was a pretty solid wave there for Nikki Van Dijk, and had she slowed down just a little bit, which is hard to do. I mean, I would have been doing the same thing as her, just beeline for that end section, but let's have a look. Big solid wave here for Nikki Van Dijk. She's looking at it, assessing the situation. Now she commits to it, driving through that section. Doesn't quite get deep enough on that, but I tell you what, that was a critical part of the wave. And then a couple of little turns there. She needs to get that board all the way back around like she's been doing. Different kind of conditions here this morning, different kind of pressure. And Nikki Van Dijk gets her first real solid wave. Look at this view right here. Is going to look like she's really deep. Oh, look at that wave right there. Absolute perfection. And Nikki Van Dijk gets a good one. That would have felt good, Joe.
And even her vision as well. Now comparing that to the last of Hamilton.
Yeah, both young ladies hunting the tube right here this morning. Little cover up for Bethany. You can tell the maneuverability. That board is looking way better than the one she was on before. And right there, that jam. This next turn here is where all the points are going to come from. Bang! Beautiful turn right there. Just jamming those fins into the face of the wave, and Bethany flies away. Let's have a look at the water angle. Tucks in nice and tight, gets a nice little cover up. She's getting that board all the way back around, Joe, and that's what you got to do. You got to make sure you snap that board, bring it all the way back around, then drop back down into that critical section. That's what the judges want to see. If you're out too far on the shoulder and it's more horizontal kind of surfing, the judges aren't going to eat that up as much.
So 9:15 to go. An exciting time in this first quarterfinal. We've seen a couple of heavy wipeouts, a lot of barrel attempts. Bethany getting the cover up to start, and then just rifled off a series of forehand hooks. Van Dijk, though, with commitment to charge, picking off some of the bigger sets in this matchup. And now down to 8:55. Beautiful sunny morning. Made a quick call to make it a finals day. We knew the swell was really filling in last night. We got a ton of energy. Before we went to break, we had a couple of waves to get locked in for scores. Bethany Hamilton, 6.33. Last of Nikki Van Dijk, a 6.43. Almost matched on completely different setups. Van Dijk getting scored for her commitment on a sizable wave, and she's up now. Needing a 5-9 here for the lead change and a spot in the semifinals. Draws it in the pocket. Another nice, clean top turn. Easy tempo, just keeping herself in the pocket with a couple of backside hooks. And Van Dijk paddling towards the channel to avoid this one on the head.
It's a small wave coming. I mean, a 5.90 compared to what's been getting thrown down over these last couple of days. That's a small score, Joe, but in the heat of the moment, the ocean goes flat.
And we're going to close out this first quarterfinal heat on finals day. The wild card from Hawaii, Bethany Hamilton, getting the call up on the top 17 and is absolutely dominating out here at Cloudbreak. A 12.33 combined total.